Hello everyone, this is Rishikesh, and today I am going to teach you the whole data structures. Actually, this is the huge topic, like it won't finish in just one video. So, I am trying to wrap up the whole things in just one video so that if someone had have the prior idea about the topics, about the data structures, then they can revise. If you have like zero understanding about data structures, then maybe this video uh, difficult for you. So I would highly recommend you to go and study in deep all the topics, all the data structures. Then whenever you need to like revise those topics, then you can come, right? Otherwise, I would say ki you should go to like learn in deep. That will be much more efficient for you as of now. And today in this video, maybe my due to my connection or uh, network issue, if video cuts, then I will uh, I will come live in just a few minutes whenever I got a network issue. Okay, so if the video cuts, then do not worry about that. Ki, yeah, that is not combining all the data structures, explaining all the data structures in just one video. Instead of thinking that what you should think is that ki there will be a network issue. That's why the video cut. And again, I am promise you that again I will come and explain. Again, I will come live and explain all those topics. So don't worry about anything. Uh, let's go. Actually, I have not downloaded or created any syllabus for this. I just going to use any AI tools to find out the topics and on those and the given topics I am going to explain. Okay, I am using the IntelliJ IDEA code editor code IDE. So if you are using VS Code, then it would be also good. Whatever you want, you can use that. As of now, I am using IntelliJ IDEA, and I am using as a chat GPT for the content generation. Basically, you may think that why he is using chat GPT, why he is explaining with chat GPT. Basically, the thing is that you should understand the topic in deeper way, and you must clear with the topics that enough from where the content is coming, who is explaining, why. In that way, he is explaining all the things are like you should not think about these things. You just think about outcomes of this video. After watching this video, what you will going to learn, that only matters. Okay, from where the content is coming, who is explaining, what is the way of explaining. These all things are not that much important. So basically, what you should do is that you just need to focus on the concept, watch lectures, code along with that. Then will you have the understanding in deeper on every topic. I will also tell while you have to do code, you have to think. I also give some small assignments, small logical problems so that you may got idea about ki yeah, matlab I have to do this also. Okay, so let's going to create some syllabus for uh, actually firstly going to check I am live or not, then I'll uh, do this. Okay, yeah, I am live. Okay, that works. Let me check the voice and all that. Actually firstly going to check I am live or not, then I'll uh, do this. Yeah, okay, so yeah. So basically, I am using as a chat GPT as a like syllabus generation so that Like I don't want to waste my a lot of time into finding like what should be the syllabus, what should be the flow, how I'm going to explain. Instead of doing all those things, I am more focusing about the main actual data structures that I'm going to explain and you may understand. Okay, let me tell one thing, my dear old friends. Data structures is the most important thing that you should learn for any interview to get into the a good company. All like almost all companies ask data structures and algorithm in their interview, so you must be understand what from where you are learning it is not matter. Basically matter only one thing is that you should know the data structures and you have the proper knowledge to proper knowledge or proper understanding to approach any kind of problem, right? So let's go. uh, from basic to advanced. Okay, uh, full data structure syllabus. Okay, okay. So basically, I am using Java as a programming language. If you are using JavaScript, Python, C or C++, it's totally depends on you what you are choosing. But I am going to explain with Java. If you are comfortable with Java, then you can go ahead. Otherwise, you can leave this video. Okay. Variables. Okay. So basically, I am firstly explaining with this syllabus. The theory part I will explain here as well, and the coding part I will use IntelliJ IDEA to code on that platform. Okay. Firstly, variables. Okay. Actually, what are the variables? If you know the basic mathematics, right, then you have idea about what are the variables. Variables are used to store any value. If I let's open the Excel draw, okay, uh, then it will be more clear than my explanation. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay. So basically, in the basic mathematics, you maybe have seen that x is equal to 5 or something else, any constant. Then what is x? X is a box. X is a box. X is a variable that is going to store the value 5. Okay. Actually, what is the difference between this 5 and this x? Okay. So basically, this x is kind of a box. Okay. A kind of a like this type of box that going to store some kind of information into that. This is the information, right? This is the information that that have to store in some boxes, in some variables. If I need further, what is the value of x that I am going to store in the y? It simply means that whatever I have content in the x, whatever I have content in the x, that I am going to put into the variable y. That is what the variables is. What is the constants? Constants are the values that are not going to change. Okay, that are fixed. Like 5 is fixed. If I am assigned any constant any 5 to any variable, then that must be like persist. 5 is not gonna 6, but maybe later on you can write x is equal to 6, right? So basically, what are the variables? Variables are just the um just you can say that just a kind of box or icon holder to store the values. Okay, I hope you are clear with that. Variables, data types. So basically, what is data type? You may seen that uh numbers, decimal numbers, you may see that strings, characters, array, structures like classes. There are a lot of things you know well. If I have number 5 to store, if I have, let's suppose with the real example, let's understand with the real examples. If I have a water, right? Can I store it on a this plate? It is possible? Not at all. This thing is going to store other type of things, other type of matters, not the water. For the water, there are specific type of things like this are made. Simply in the programming language as well, we have different set of variables, data types that are going to store different types of informations. If I have character A, okay, then I can't store it into the um, other data type. I have, let's suppose I have a integer 5, character A, and float 5.2. Okay, you can also call it filter. Then let's suppose I have a boxes. Okay, I have a boxes, right? For float this box, for character this box, for integer this. So I can't store the float into this box. I can't store this character into this box. Every types has the specific variables, specific data types that is only going to store that. Okay, you can't store any value to any variable, any variable to any value. You may understand. If I have made a container, if I have made a written a int a, right? If I have written, let's see, yeah. If I have written int a, then it's going to store like 6. Okay, then a can't be stored on character c. If you know that this is the different thing, this is a character, this is an integer. If I declare a box a, if I created a box a, if I created a box a for the integer, for the int a means this box is made for storing an integer. If I have written here like this uh, cars ch, then what it happened in the code base? It creates a container, that creates a container, a box that is going to store a character value ch. And if I wanted to put integer into this, then what will happen? It will give an error. Okay, a syntax error. Let me explain that. Yeah, I'm opening IntelliJ IDEA, okay, and explaining code. Not code, but yeah. Going to comment out all the things. Okay. Yeah. So basically, I have uh, made it a character ch as I explained here, and I am going to store 7 into this. Okay, right? Going to run this. Oh, 1 second. No, no. So we have to convert it into int. Actually, what was happened is that most of people do not understand. Okay. So basically, most of people maybe not understand what just happened. Basically, mm, yeah, just to give us some larger number. Then I'm going to explain. Yeah, that's running. Let's make it some opposite. Okay. Uh, int int a is equal to 9. Sorry, to it a is equal to 0. Okay. Yeah. That is also running. Basically, uh, okay. Actually, what was happened, most people try to say that what he did, he don't know. He don't know anything. He has not even idea about that this code runs. He tells that that will give an syntax error. But where is syntax error? Basically, you may think that when I have written like this C, then you may think that he taught me wrong. But this is not wrong at all. Basically, just trying to explain one thing that if you know the sky values, okay, sky concepts, then you may clear till now. But if you don't know the sky, then you may think that what is teaching. So let's explain that. So I have made a character box put ch, okay, and I have written ch equal to 7668. Okay, right. What was happened is that let me explain with code. I have made a character ch, okay, character box, okay, and I am going to explain the value 766 something, okay. Then by default, Java has a converter, right? Two types of method by that we can convert any uh, number, or you can say sky to sky values, like number to value. Like if the number is 97 int, then that is corresponding to the small a, right? That is both have a relation and both are interchangeable. Like if I am assigning any character to any integer, then instead of putting that character into that integer, the 97 value going to put there. So that's why here in the code, Java automatically convert this into character. Okay, let's print that. CH. And actually we were 97. Why I am putting 97 over? Because we know the value of sky value of 97, that is smaller. So we can like think that what we will get. Yeah, we will get that is smaller. Basically, Java automatically converts this 97 into character. I just explained this. Character is not compatible to store. Sorry. Integer is not compatible to store any character variable. So what Java does is that Java automatically convert that integer into corresponding sky value of a character and going to store that character. This is the simply same vice versa also to right. Actually, if you see here is that I have written int a is equal to a int a. I have made a container of a with int that is going to store only int value, right? But what I am storing? I am storing a character. You may think that why I am not getting error, but the reason is very simple. Is that the character C is converted to its sky value, that is 99. Okay, if I am going to print a, then that will gonna print 99. Okay, that is what I am trying to explain. But you may think that yes, case. We know that the sky value of C is 99. But what is the sky value of C? What is the sky value of Rishikesh? Now comes the problem. Now exactly what I tried to explain in the earlier, that this comes under the syntax error, and you may going to explain is that later. Yeah. I got a error in close character literal. That is a syntax. Okay. Basically, this is not a character, and this is can't be stored into any integer. It can't be compatible with any integer. We don't know that. We know that is 97 is the sky value of alien. We don't know that what is the sky value of recipients. That is the reason why I'm getting error. I hope it is clear to all of you. I hope, guys, I explained in much more detail way. Let me check. Am I live or not? If you have any doubt, guys, you can comment down as well, and you can also like mail me if you have any doubt. I'll let you know. So, hope it is clear to all of you. I hope, guys, I explained in much more detail way. Let me check. Am I live or not? So I am live, guys, and now moving to. I hope data types are clear. Okay. Now going. Now going. Now you may understand the theory part, right? What is the data types? Why different type of data types are available? Reason behind this. You must be clear by any intuition. Like you have the intuition of every like everything that you look at. You must think by yourself that why this thing came into the picture. If you're not understanding in the way, then you are just doing rectification. That is not going to work. Now going to much deeper that what are the data types? Okay, in the Java and why these are very important. So let me go deep and explain. Firstly, int. You may clear that that is going to store the value of 2 raised to power 32. Okay, let me check. Int range 2 raised to power 32. So basically, it's the 32 bit. Okay, 2 raised to power 31. Actually, this is the whole value is 2 raised to power 32, and the half is negative. Okay, and the half is positive, right? So it is clear, all of you. Minus 2 raised to power 32. Minus 2 raised to power 31 because 0 is also included, right? I hope this is clear to all of you guys. Where are we are? Okay. So I hope you are clear with int. Int is going to take a 4 byte of memory at a time. So it is a why 4 byte. Someone said why 4 byte? Why 4 byte? I am not clear with why 4 byte. How you said 4 byte? Let me explain this in much more deeper way. Everything that you can think that has the proper explanation and proper intuition why these things came into the picture. Let me explain. I said integer has a 4 byte. I just said that how much I how much an integer can store. You study. 2 raised to power total 32. 2 raised to power total 32 numbers. Just it. Or you can say 2 raised to power minus 32 negative 2. 2 raised to power 31 minus 1. मतलब it's simply that total numbers are 2 raised to power 32. If I have 2 raised to power 3 numbers, okay, means 8 numbers, 8 numbers, then how many bits are required to represent 8? 3 bits. It's as simple as that. So basically, I have 32 bits are required to represent the whole integer, and 32 bits is nothing but 4 bytes. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Now comes to character. Character is only 1 byte. Okay. Character is only 1 byte. Okay. Nothing much. And character can store like any character. Nine. Uh, कुछ anything character can store, right? Now moving to more data type. Long. Long. What is this? A long can store 2 raised to power 64. Much more. Let's go. Long range. Let's check long range. Okay. 64 bytes bits. Okay, that is a very very huge number, huge. Yeah, you will clear that. It is going to store to is to power 64 numbers, right? That is very used. Now, long is clear. Double C is equal to 0. Double is going to store the float number when it's whatever float. Yeah. So actually, you will see later on, but as of now, we just need to focus range of double and the range of float. Okay, the range of double and the range of float. Okay. Mm, it's huge, kind of 45, 45, 30. Oh my god, this 324 minus. Oh my god, that is a very huge 45, 38, 324, 30. That is floating point data types have two distinct type of limits. The total value range, how large in that, and the subnormal normalized minimum range, how close a positive value can get to absolute or zero. No, just let me on, guys. Just I wanted to check it out some of the information. Okay, guys, let him come. Yeah. So throat is like literally huge. Uh, Double is 64. Hmm, okay. Double is 64 bit. Throat is 34 bit. And memory size is 4 bytes, right? It is simply like that intent or one. Yeah. That you can see this like power. That is huge. You may clear with now moving forward with the string. So basically in C++, a string is uh, the character of array. In Java also. But a string also a most important thing you should know about a string is that a string ends with a special null character. Okay, so yeah, that is the sky value of zero, right? So if I can print you, but let me explain. Explain. I didn't try at all. Uh, I am trying first time at all. Okay. The one of friend. Yeah. Also communicate out. Yeah. Oh, this is null character, guys. This is the null character. Okay. Whenever we declare a string, then this null character always appended at the end of the string. That is going to tell the like compiler that your string ends now. Okay. Now moving towards the new topic, like I have a lot. Okay. Okay. Loops. So basically, loops are used to iterate simple things. If I have print like, oh, what the hell it is. If I have to write like four times print this year, then in a way that I can write multiple times how many times I needed, but it would not be the scalable method. And instead of writing multiple times, we focus on the reusability of the code, and by the reason of that, we can simply run a loop. We focus on the minimization, maintainability. So when maintainability comes, like I have to write a loop for the four times, okay, right? Mm, four times, and then this will run. What the hell? Yeah, and then this will automatically run four times. So basically, there are three type of loops, like for loop, while loop, do while loop, and there are also for each something. Then you should also learn by yourself these loops. Loops are very very easy. Like if we not write any condition over here, then what will happen? It is not an error. Literally, not an error. It will go infinite time. Okay, it is not an error at all. Okay, let's stop. If I do not write anything here, if I do not write anything here, then also this will go. Nothing is issue. This is the beauty of Photoshop. If you can see this. So most people do not have idea that we can disable also one of it. Going next. Functions. Basically, functions are the backbone. Functions are the backbone of any programming language, and if you are not comfortable with functions, backtracking, recursion, these are things, then this is going to create a problem with you guys. This is going to create a problem. Functions are used to enhance the reusability of the code. What is that? Reusability? What do you mean by the reusability? Let's come to understand this. So basically, I have written that um, system.out.print ch. No, no, I am just saying that uh, add some. Uh, let's suppose int a is equal to uh, true. What the okay. I is a is equal to 9. Okay, age int a is equal to 9, int b is equal to 9. If I have add these two, then what I said that int c is equal to a plus b. Okay. But instead of doing this, we can create a separate add function like sum, okay, sum and pass a comma B, okay. This will return the answer after add. I hope you. I just want to check is there any uh, math library exist or not. Mm, add something. Okay, not exist. So basically, you can create a functions that later on you can go and use multiple times. This is very simple. Uh, this is very like efficient to maintain your code. Okay. That is the reason our functions are very important to which you can maintain your code in a very efficient. There are so many places you can use that function, but when it comes to change or modify the function, then you go simply one place and then we can like modify. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, well, actually I don't know why, but let's check how many times we are live now. It's 36 minutes. It's huge, guys. It's huge. You should also learn by yourself this loops. Loops are very easy. Like if we not write any condition over here, then what will happen? It is not an error. Literally, not an error. It will go infinite time. Okay. It is not an error at all. Okay. Let's stop. If I do not write anything here, if I do not write anything here, then also this will go. Nothing will be seen. This is the beauty of for law. Okay, you can see this. Okay, that was. This is the syllabus, guys. This is the syllabus, and we are here now. Actually, I need just 5 minutes to rest. Like my mouth is not like I. I just need a break of 5 minutes. Sure. Okay. I hope this will be clear. Yeah. I hope this will be clear now, and and I hope it will be clear now. Already, sure. Yeah. So well guys, now I hope I am audible. Now let's start. I have taken some of the snacks, and yeah, let's go. Moving to next topic, that is functions. So I just explained that functions are the names, functions are the way of writing code, functions are the data structures that are like that are used to enhance the maintainability, reusability, because same type of functions we can use in multiple times, right? Now comes to arrays. What is array? So array is the uh, contiguous same type of data storage, like we have seen the integers. And if you want to store multiple integers, right? If I have 100 of integers, then if you want to store all of them in a like contiguous manner of in the memory, then we can use array. Their size is fixed at declaration time. We have to fix their size, right? And one more thing is that we uh, we can access by you can access the elements by their index and with the constant value. Okay, moving to next. Strings, explain string pointers. Uh, pointers are used to store the location of the variable. Okay, so I have a pointer of an integer. That simply means that let I have this character. Okay, then address of this location. Okay, address of this location is I can store into the pointer. What the hell is going on? Okay. Recursion basics. Calling uh, calling function inside declaration is recursion. Calling the same function. Okay, self call function is called the recursion, right? Time complexity. Time complexity is the uh, if you like if you take the same type of time time complexity is the standard way to compare the times of the algorithms. Okay, that is how much time the algorithm going to take to in the execution. We ignore the constant times, and we only includes the iterations, how many iterations are done. On the basis of we can like we can define the time complexity. Okay, space complexity, how much space going to take the algorithm. Big omega, big theta. Okay, big O is the upper bound. It means that complexity of any algorithm it not go beyond, like this is the worst case time complexity or space complexity. The anyhow the complexity of the algorithm not move beyond this. If I have written that big of n squared, that means that the complexity of the algorithm not be anyhow big of n cube. That n cube not big of n cube. That anyhow not be the n cube. Okay, that always comes under the n square or equal to n square. Right? Big omega. Okay, big omega is the like best case time complexity. Okay, that in the best cases, like if I am finding the key in an array and I found at the initial position at the first position, then that comes under the big omega. That's the best case time complexity. Big theta is the average. Big theta is the average time complexity. Okay. Now linear search, binary search, prefix sum, difference error. Okay. So let's explain the linear search. So if you have given an array, okay, of size 1,000, then how you can find a key into the array? You just traverse from the first position to the last position. If you get the array, then if you get the key, then you you have got the answer, right? You have got the your key. But what so explain what is the time complexity of this algorithm, right? So basically, you can say that I am starting from the first position and going till the last position. Then I am going through all the array elements and checking that whether it is um, key element or not. If key element, then I will return the answer. If not, then I'm going ahead, going and checking all the elements. So the time complexity of this is like number of elements, how many numbers of elements I have, that much time, that much I have to check. So basically, if I have n number of elements in the array, then the time complexity would be big open, right? So basically, what if the array is sorted? So if I have, let's suppose, an array, and first number is one, second is two, third is three, fourth is four, and until 100 numbers. Okay, then I want to find 99. So what? So should you do so you do start from the one, checking two, checking three, checking four, or directly you can say that it is check mid 50. Is that key is greater than 50 or less than? You may say key is greater than 50. You go beyond. You only going to traverse between 50 and 100, right? Not going to traverse the whole like 1 to 50, because you know well that 99 is much more than 50. And again comes to uh, 50 and 90, the middle portion is 75. We can compare with 75 and 99. So we can eliminate the first portion and we can again check to the 75 to 100, right? That is the binary search. We are dividing the array. Firstly 1 to 100, then divide 50 to 100, then 75 to 100. Okay? Prefix sum. Prefix sum is widely used in the many loop code problems, many other data structures problem use. Prefix sum is that in the array, I am like adding summation. I am adding first element to second element, and their combined sum is added to third element. Their combined sum is added to fourth element. Their combined sum is added to fifth elements. Like that, we are going. Okay. So this is the prefix sum. This when the problems comes like what is the different between what is the if the problems comes like sub-array sum, exact sub-array sum, exact something, we have to find the sub-array that has that property. So we can use prefix sum in that case. Okay, that will difference array. We can different to array in the elements. Nothing more. We just need to practice much. Okay. I just explained the time complexity, space complexity, amortization analysis. What the hell? Average space, recursive, from finding the complexity in the recursion space is quite good, quite good. You use master theorem, and there are also other theorems as well that you should use to find the complexity in the recursion. Logarithmic complexity. The binary search is a logarithmic time complexity. Why? Because that are finding uh, that are reducing the problem in half of the that is. Calculate complexity, calculate algorithm okay. That is that are the things. Now comes to topic 3, arrays. Arrays का traversal, insertion, deletion, or rotators. Let me check on live or not. Calculate complexity, calculate algorithm okay. That is that are the things. Now comes Phase 3 arrays traversal, insertion, deletion, rotation, reversion, protection, subtraction, sliding window to pointer, cadence, algorithm, bridge, national flag, merge interval, cycles of binary, search on array. These are the algorithms. Actually, I want to sleep. Oh, pain in my mouth because of that much of speaking. Mm. And part segment is just 30 minutes. Pain in my mouth because of that much of speaking. Now I'm going to explain other things. I'll also explain these things as well later on. Everything that I want, I can do. I want to like stop the live stream. I will come live shortly in just 1 to 2 days. Actually, at this moment, I have to sleep. I don't know. Okay, bye bye guys. Bye. First segment is just 30 minutes. And if you want to store multiple integers, right? If I have 100 of integers, then if you want to store all of them in a like contiguous manner of in the memory, then we can use array. Their size is fixed at declaration time. We have to fix their size, right? And one more thing is that we uh, we can access by you can access the elements by their index and with the constant value. Okay, moving to next.